Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kadir. I'm a senior product manager with Amazon Web Services. I manage the messaging platforms. If you ever received any email from Netflix or an email from Amazon.com, it's coming through my platform. A lot of customers like Netflix use our platform to send emails, SMS, and push notifications. And I'm here to talk to you guys about driving the digital user engagement. Sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. And I'm here to talk to you guys about driving digital user engagement. We are going to talk about the problem that customers are facing and what's the expectation of the end users, and also the framework. We are not going to go into the prescriptive details on how to fix it, but a broader framework on how customers can do that, and also through AWS technologies. Before we go in, what is a customer engagement? Whenever you interact with your customers, when they come to your app, or when you send an email, or you receive a phone call through your contact centers from your customers, it's a customer engagement. It's a touch point from your customers. And it's getting more and more complex because I have at least 100 apps on my phone, and I'm interacting with probably 10 or 15 at any time actively. And then there are many apps that I never touched in the last 90 days or 100 days. And all the companies are trying to get the finite attention span of the customers, of their users. And it's getting hard, especially when the user's expectation is changing. What they want is more dynamic, relevant information coming to them in a timely fashion. They wanted information to come in instantaneously, and also they want it more customized and personalizable. And they want to change their information from one medium to another medium. They want to start ordering something on the phone from their mobile app, and then they want to text and then continue that conversation too. They want to carry on the conversations across multiple devices. But they are not getting that. What they are getting is a standardized information, a standardized template that goes out to everyone. They're getting very poor and generic messages. My house is 5 miles away from my work. If I drive to my office at 7:30 in the morning, it's 10 minutes. I like 10 minutes drive, not 25 minutes, so I typically leave around 7:30. Last week, I got an email at 9:30 in the morning when I'm already in the office offering a breakfast sandwich promotion. And that was talking to me about offer that I need to go pick up at a store that probably around 3 miles away from my office, where the same company had an store just around the corner. If they had sent that email at 7 o'clock in the morning as I'm getting ready and I was checking my phone, I would have had better chance of getting there, and they would have probably converted me to buy something. So that's what the customers and companies are missing out on, not providing the information at the relevant time, and they're making it generic. And it's all because the traditional way of sending messages is very transactional based. And what customers are doing by sending emails out or just SMSs out, they are creating the islands of engagement where they are getting a lot of data through one channel, in a channel, and then they are not being able to transfer that or bring that context over to the other channels. And what is that successful user engagement would look like? It's a continuous loop. I'll walk you guys through that. It starts at the green dot over there on the top when a customer engages. So when a user engages with you, you capture the data. And then using the data, you build a profile for your users. And using the profile, you segment them, you create more data. And then you use the data, like when they read your email, you know what phone they are using, what is their browser, and the location of the customer. And then you also get additional inputs on whether they are engaging with your messages on mobile phone or on desktop and what time. You build all that up, and then you factor in their location and the context, and then you start to identify the signals. You see whether they will be able to convert, you can cross-promote something, and using all the information you have and the analytics you collect, you optimize the content for the user, and then that's how you can send personalized messages to them. And the many of my customers, they ask me the question, what is the right medium for the users? Pretty much everything, a lot of them, right? It's not one medium or another, it's not one channel or another. The expectation of the customers is it's available across the channels. For example, a lot of insurance companies we work with, like Liberty Mutual, they have insurance quotes available through Alexa, right? Customers are expecting that now, and to move seamlessly across different channels. And again, I can't stress this enough. It's not about channels, it's about the choices for the customers. They want to be able to interact with your company across multiple channels. A lot of our successful customers, what they do is they build a stack that will enable them to send messages across multiple channels. So they are building a stack that will receive data, receive insights about the customer, and then channels are just a way to send the messages out. It's not all about channels, it's about the data, it's about the customer and the analytics you collect from them. So what do? You start with multiple channels. Don't be on mobile, be on desktop. So you increase your channel, and then when you increase the channel, when your customers interact with you, you collect more data points from them, you collect more data, and as you collect more data, you use that analytics to start predicting what their action is going to be, and then start personalizing the content for them. And what is the benefit? It's all work. It looks like a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. But what is the benefit? The benefit is users get more time-sensitive, in a timely manner, a personalized message. They get fraud alerts, they get overdraft account alerts, or they get promotions in a timely manner. But from the customers and enterprises, what it does is it enables them to grow their customers. It enables them to retain them, because for mature companies and mature markets, it's more about retaining them and the loyalty of your customers. And in the emerging markets and in untapped markets, it's about new ways to bring your customers in. For example, I was talking to a customer this morning, in fact, and they were talking about how they want to use mobile phone numbers to get the users to sign in, not email, because they have mobile numbers and not emails in many countries. And these are all trends, and you need to adapt to the different markets to bring in new users. And to do that, you need to change the way your business is done digitally. And what does it look like on AWS? Before we go there, the distinct advantage of having a digital channel is because it's more effective, and also it's low cost as well. So digital channels is like all from the apps to pretty much all the messaging channels. And then it's not just about your end users, it's also about your customers as well. Liberty Mutual, again, they used Amazon Lex to build a chatbot for the internal customers, so they can get more information in a timely manner, so they can surface that to their end users. So it's not just your end users, it's also your internal users as well, who are looking for new ways to bring in content and also to get the content internally. And then you also need to respond to generational shifts and the trends. I'm going to overuse this customer again, but Liberty Mutual, what they have done is they have built a way to qualify the insurance quotes through text messages back and forth, because that's what their customers were looking for, more easy way rather than being on the phone. And it also helps you with digital channels. You will be able to capture more data. You'll be able to interact with them on multiple channels, and then you'll be able to get more data for them. And then it will help you to track what your customers are doing. You bring in the data, you analyze it. It will help you track whether they're going to convert, what their buy propensity is. With all that information, you are improving the customer experience for your users. And working with many customers, we have kind of figured out a framework on how customers are using or being successful when they build the engagement stacks. On the very top, you have engagement channels. These are your channels that your customers interact with. And then in the middle, you have the layer where you are bringing in data, you are processing the events that is coming in, and also the workflows where you can trigger a new campaign or a business process. And at the back end, you have all the data that you collect from the users and the content that you serve up to the users. You also have the mechanisms and the software to do the targeting and your branding, interaction management, all that you need to engage with your customers. And to do that, you have a lot of services that will help you. And these are the few of the services. For example, Amazon Comprehend. One customer, Amazon Comprehend is a ML service from Amazon that will enable you to read the sentiment from a text, given a text, for example. So what one customer of ours did is they hooked up Twitter and Comprehend together, and then whenever they hear a negative feedback, they were using Pinpoint to send a text message or push notification to the customer. So they are interacting with them very timely, and also they are reaching out to their customers as soon as they sense that there is a negative information with a link to their contact center. So they are engaging their customers in a very innovative way. So there are multiple options for you to do that through the services, but I'm going to talk to you about a couple of customer stories. Robinhood. Robinhood is a no-free trading platform, and it's mobile only. And they started to build their platform on AWS, and with that, what they have done is they started tracking more data. When the customer interacts with them, they track the data, they use the data to analyze the behavior on the platform. And they wouldn't be able to provide the content, the rich content, interactive content, without bringing in all the data. Another example is HDFC. They are a leading insurance company in India. And what they have done is they ingest a lot of data, and then they build predictive models. And with the predictive models, what they started to do is they started to nudge their customers through their workflow. When they are not finishing up their workflows, they started nudging them. They also started to promote different products as well. And with that, they were able to get more customers to successfully complete their journey. And again, the theme here is to do the recommendation and personalization, you need to have the data, and then also to do it more proactively. We started a little late, and I just pushed through some of the slides to have a Q&A at the end. But I will spend a couple more minutes with a couple more examples. The problem we are seeing with the customers, all these customers, and what they are trying to solve is the data isolation. So when the island of engagements, which I talked about, all the data just gets stored in per channel. That's not getting translated across multiple channels. And to solve that problem, that's a key problem to solve. And once you solve the problem and bring the data in, the engagement becomes more easy, and the MLs the predictive models you can run through the machine learning, like SageMaker or Comprehend or Recognition, it becomes much more easier. That's all I had for today. I will be off the stage to answer your questions if you guys have some. Thank you.